Hello and welcome to the Mechanical Rookies. So we haven't done one of these videos for a while. I thought I would. It's just going to be a video on some tips and tricks for the Rover 75 and the MG-ZT. If it's not something you're interested in, then it's probably not worth watching. We'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed, of course. And as you can tell, we're in the British lockdown and the hairdressers aren't open yet. So the hair's looking pretty funky. So in this video, we're just going to run through a couple of things to look out for, a couple of things that you might find annoying, which you might be able to change, things like the heater controlled noise, and yeah, see what you think. So the first thing I'm going to show you is turning the beep off the climate control. Some kits didn't have this from the factory. They had the manual knobs, which are quite a rarity, and there's probably none of them left really. So what you're going to want to do is turn your key to position 2, and then you're going to want to keep your finger on auto, and then keep your finger on off. Then you'll hear the beep. So there you can adjust it and there's no beep. And then of course, to do the opposite, keep your finger on auto, keep your finger on off, and you'll hear the beep. So this is the self-test of the clocks themselves, and to test your screen and everything else on the dash. If you turn it to position 1, use the reset trip counter button and keep your finger on that until it changes. Hit this once to 2, and then once again, and you'll get the test. So this next test is going to show a digital coolant readout on this screen down here. So you're going to want to keep your finger pressed on the trip reset. Go to number 19. Wait a moment and make sure you press off. And then go to number 7. And then you'll see the coolant warming up there. Now the reason for this is that this gauge on the left hand side, once it reaches halfway is actually 75 degrees. So anything from there up until around 115 is just halfway. So on this next one, this is a great one for if you're going to go look at one of these cars. You're going to want to test if the cooling fan's working. Now this is a really easy test. You can do this in a couple of seconds. So what you're going to want to do is turn the on button on the air conditioning. And on this car you just heard the engine drop, maybe on this video if you can hear it. If you hit the econ button, that turns the aircon off. And if you hit the econ button again, that turns the aircon on. And at this point the fan should sound, which you'll see in a moment. Now if this doesn't sound, it means that you may have a faulty fan. At Mark II, you can replace the gold resistor on the fan itself, which isn't a hard job, it's taking the front end off. But on an earlier car, you may have to fit a Mark II fan or just get another fan unit. Feature on the 75ZT is the courtesy lights. So if you turn the lights on, and then you were to take the key out, which I'll do now, and then turn the lights off, you'll see that the lights stay on for another 10 seconds whilst you maybe open your door or just generally get out your driveway. Okay, so a feature for the Mark II is that if you keep your finger down on the unlock, it will pop the boot because there's no keyhole. You can do this on a Mark I, but you'll have to swap the BCUs, which requires recoding. This next feature, it opens all the windows via the key in the lock. So you can put your key in, open the windows when you turn to open, and then of course close them when you turn them closed. Now not all cars will have this from factory, and it does require a T4 by a specialist or dealer to enable.